Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Maybank Asset Management Group's Chair, Dr. Hasnita, members of the board who have joined us virtually, senior management of Maybank Group, Maybank Investment Banking Group, as well as Maybank Asset Management, fellow colleagues, members of the media, and our distinguished guests. Welcome to the launch of Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. Thank you so much for spending time today, both physically as well as virtually. Today marks another historic moment for Maybank Asset Management. We are introducing another fund under our flagship Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution. Our first of its kind retirement solution that is flexible and adaptable to meet your needs for retirement as well as your life stage. And not only that, finally, this year, we are able to launch a fund physically. Last year when we did this, I had to talk to a screen. This year I can talk to you guys directly. So before I pass the floor to Muzni as well as Josephine for their welcoming address, let me kick off the event with a rundown of what is going to happen today. We will start off with a welcoming address from Encik Muzni, the CEO of Maybank Asset Management Malaysia, as well as Josephine, the head of business Malaysia from Schroders. And then I will go through and present the features and the benefits of our new fund, Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. And then we will have a session with the media and lunch. So without further ado, I would like to invite Ahmad Muzni Mohamad, CEO of Maybank Asset Management Malaysia, to deliver his opening address. Encik Muzni.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dr. Hasnita, Chairman of Maybank Group, to all the esteemed Board of Directors of Maybank Asset Management Group, Ms. Eunice Chan and the senior leadership of Maybank, distinguished guests, members of the media, my fellow colleagues, and last but not least, our valued clients and investors. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Thank you for taking time to join us this morning via online and in person to witness the launch of Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund, yet another fund under our Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution Suite. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you are probably in the prime of your life and have been building towards a comfortable retirement savings. And maybe some of you are at the beginning of your careers or starting a family and haven't really thought of retirement savings because it's such a long way off. Or there are some of you today, like myself, are approaching retirement and would like to enjoy your retirement but still want to grow your savings. Regardless of the life stage you are in, planning for retirement starts now. Why is that? Because life can be unpredictable. It is important that your retirement plan is geared towards achieving your goals while still be flexible enough for changes and any course corrections that may come along the way. Last year, we had the privilege of launching our Maybank Flexible Retirement Solutions to supplement and diversify one's retirement planning. The solution comprised of two global Sharia-compliant mixed asset funds. Investor could choose between the Maybank Global Wealth Moderate-I Fund or the Maybank Global Wealth Growth-I Fund. The beauty of this suite of solutions is that we have reframed the traditional age-based approach to retirement planning and made it appeal to a wider audience by designing a solution based on understanding of and curating to our clients' various life stages, time horizons, and financial goals. So today, we will be launching the third fund called the Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. The new fund is a decumulation fund, which aims to deliver higher income payouts while drawing down capital by converting assets to income in a systematic manner. This new approach supplements income post-retirement or even during temporary time off from the workforce. The fund aims to achieve an income distribution of 7% per annum, where 5% is the target return, and the other 2% will be drawn from the capital. Remaining assets are reinvested to seek returns, giving investors the opportunity to continue to build their retirement savings further. This helps in their income stability and longevity of their savings, giving them a peace of mind to continue with a quality life without worrying about finances. Furthermore, investors have unparalleled access to a diversified portfolio of Sharia-compliant global assets. To achieve its investment objective, the asset allocation for the fund will comprise minimum of 70% in sukuk, while the remainder invested in equities and cash. Ladies and gentlemen, investors of different segments will now be able to choose between conservative, moderate, or growth funds and have the flexibility to manage their retirement planning based on their goals, needs, and life stages. So from young working adults to retirees, everyone can now invest in a solution that is tailored to their requirements as they go through their different life stages. As our campaign line aptly sums it up, your future, your choice. And we are proud to be launching this fund together with our key partner, Schroders Investment Management Singapore Limited, as our investment advisor. Schroders is currently one of the biggest offshore providers of Sharia solutions in Malaysia, with a track record of more than 10 years in Sharia solutions and over 30 years in multi-asset portfolio management. So ladies and gentlemen, investments are not meant to burden you, but to improve your finances. If you can reduce your financial worry, you will be able to focus on other important areas of your life and relax knowing you have plans to safeguard you and your family's financial future. Against the backdrop of higher inflation and cost of living and rising healthcare expenses, and coupled with longer life expectancy, we need to educate the importance of supplementing one's existing retirement savings as early as possible to ensure a financial safety net for the future. Therefore, we are confident that our funds under Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution will help our investors prolong and grow their savings based on their current life stage needs. Towards the later part of the event, I shall let my esteemed colleague Belkaizi, the CEO of Maybank Islamic Asset Management, to take you through the details of the new fund. Once again, thank you for joining us and being part of yet another important milestone for Maybank Asset Management. Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Muzni. Now, I would like to invite our strategic partner, as well as the investment advisor for the funds under Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution, Ms. Josephine Lip from Schroders Investment Management. Jo?
Thank you, Bel. Thank you, Musni, for the welcome address. A very warm welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this morning. And thank you for joining us in this launch. I'm very pleased to be here with Musni and the team from Maybank Asset Management to mark this new milestone with the launch of the Maybank Global Conservative-I Fund. In addition to the addition of this new fund to the current suite of the retirement series reflects our very strong commitment to support the retirement planning journey of Malaysian investors. Ladies and gentlemen, retirement planning is a growing challenge around the world today. Our latest Schroders Global Investors Survey showed that over 7 in 10 investors globally wish they have saved more for retirement. At Schroders, we understand that retirement planning is an imperative that cannot be viewed simply in linear terms or age group. The journey to retirement encompasses multiple life stages where financial planning and product innovation are key. With changing economic conditions and evolving retirement needs, there is an increasing urgency for investors to access flexible solutions that address financial stability in their later years. This new innovative strategy focuses on providing reliable income stream for investors to fund current as well as future needs. Schroders is one of the leading offshore fund providers in the country, with assets under management of approximately 12 billion ringgit. Since 2018, we have been partnering with Maybank Asset Management to co-develop a range of innovative investment solutions, and these include innovative products like ESG funds that are Sharia compliant to cater specifically to the growing wealth market in Malaysia. As the fund's investment advisors, Schroders brings over a decade of extensive experience managing global pension schemes and world-class institutional expertise to enhance retirement outcomes. We have established leadership in managing retirement solutions globally with assets more than 80 billion US dollars as of today. Within Asia, we are the leading central provident fund investment manager in Singapore by assets and by product range. In Hong Kong, we are one of the leading providers for ORSO portfolios with over 2 decades of track record for the mandatory provident fund portfolios. This is further supported by our global multi-asset team with 90 investment professionals with a strong track record of more than 30 years in portfolio management. As an active global asset manager, we will continue to innovate, develop, and customize solutions that suit our clients' different lifestyles and preferences amid the evolving economic landscape. And with our presence here of more than 16 years in Malaysia, Schroders is looking forward to be part of the Malaysian investors' journey to achieving long-term financial freedom. And thank you very much again to Musni and his team, our friends and partners at Maybank Asset Management, and of course, our dearest partners from Maybank Malaysia in joining us in this very meaningful launch this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you, Josephine, for those welcoming address. So now allow me to present the reason why we are here today, to both the audience here as well as virtually. So today again is going to be a historic moment for Maybank Asset Management because we are launching another fund under Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution. So to start, I would just like to say this. Retirement remains a problem in Malaysia. Unfortunately, that's a fact that a lot of Malaysians have to go through. And the pandemic has made it worse. If you have saved for your retirement over the years, during the pandemic, unfortunately, you need to tap onto those retirement savings because you just need to survive, right? And on average today, Malaysians need 4 to 6 years extra to rebuild those retirement savings that was lost during the pandemic. 4 to 6 years extra. And according to EPF, the basic savings needed by the age of 55 is 240,000 ringgit. That translates into 12,000 a year. 1,000 ringgit a month. About 33 ringgit a day. And that is not enough. If we plan to maintain our current lifestyle into retirement, 33 ringgit a day is definitely not enough. And the challenging part is 73% of Malaysians do not even have that 240,000 ringgit to retire. So that means today, 73% of Malaysians do not even have 33 ringgit a day to retire. And that's a problem. And to make things worse, everything is getting expensive. Cost of living is getting higher. Cost of healthcare is getting more expensive. And fortunately, or in this case, unfortunately, we are living longer. So not only we need more money, we need the money to last as long as possible. So that's the problem that we are facing, and that's what Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution is trying to solve. So you need to plan your retirement better. We identified this problem back in 2017, 18, and we're trying to see what other solutions are there. Because we know there are existing retirement plans, but it is not adaptable, flexible to the individual. It's a one-size-fits-all. So back in 2022, we launched the Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution. Because our aim here is to help Malaysians supplement their retirement savings. We want to help Malaysians to solve the retirement problem. When it comes to Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution, there are three things that everybody needs to understand or needs to remember. It's a very simple solution. One, the purpose is to supplement your retirement savings. We're not asking everybody to take out everything from their existing retirement plans, but they need to supplement it. Like I mentioned just now, although there are retirement plans in place, it is simply not enough. We need to be able to supplement it with something better. And when you supplement it, it needs to be flexible for all of life stages and retirement goals. This means that each one of us would have different goals, different life stages. But we cannot have a retirement plan that's fit for everyone. That's one size fits all, basically. Right? Currently, there's a lot of retirement plans in the market that has that traditional age-based approach, where it's somewhat restrictive. You can only withdraw a certain amount of, at a certain age, you can withdraw probably for a certain purpose. Well, what if you decide to retire early? What if you decide to take a break from your career? You need to use the money that you've saved, but you can't access it. And this was really adamant during the pandemic because some people saved, but when they need it the most during the pandemic, it is not accessible to them. But we need something flexible, and Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution is supposed to do that. And thirdly, Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution has capital preservation as a focus. Although this does not mean capital is guaranteed or protected, but the funds under Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution would like to manage the downside risk and preserve capital as much as we can. And in 2022, when we launched those two funds, we managed that accordingly. So our funds, although experienced a bit of volatility, given the market was very challenging, we were able to outperform the broader market by 2 to 3% because we have an effective downside risk management together with Schroders. Because we understand, although when it comes to investments, we need to generate returns, but when it comes to retirement, we need to preserve capital. We do not want to take unnecessary risks, and this solution wants to do exactly that. Yeah? So under the solution now, which I touch a bit later on the Conservative-I Fund, we have three funds. We have Maybank Global Wealth Growth-I Fund, Maybank Global Wealth Moderate-I Fund, and the newly launched today, Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund, which offers different target returns, different risk levels, and different share classes to basically be able to be flexible enough to meet different needs that anyone would have, right? Whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you are retired, whether you're taking a break, we have the solution for you. I'll touch a bit more on the new fund that we'll launch today. And at Maybank Asset Management, we thrive on innovation. We want to offer new things. We want to solve the problem innovatively. And today, we are introducing the Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund with a decumulation feature, right? So basically, the fund itself is a Sharia-compliant global mixed assets fund, investing in global sukuk, global equities, Islamic diversifying assets, to achieve a target return of 5% per annum, or an income payout of 7% per annum, paid out quarterly, right? 5% and 7%. And the 7% income payout is something that we want to touch on a bit more, because the 7% payout that's being distributed quarterly would be a combination of both. One, generated returns, the assets itself will generate 5%, and systematically, we will draw down the capital by about 2%, right? So it's a combination of both. So, but in a market where it's good, when market is really thriving, we may not even draw down the capital. We just take on the returns. But we would not want to pay more than 7% because we want to make sure that it's sustainable, that you get 7% over the long term. So the combination of both. So this decumulation feature is something new that we want to offer in Maybank, and 7% is the number that we think would be sustainable for a lot of people that are in the retirement era. So with the new introduction, we basically have, if you even go to the basic traditional age-based approach, which we do not think is the best way, but again, a lot of people have this belief. If you want to start saving for the future, we have the fund for you. If you want to have income to support your monthly expenses, we have the fund for you. And now, if you have saved your money over the years and you want to enjoy that wealth as long as possible, we also have the fund for you. Different funds, different target returns, different risk levels, and different functions. We have that, right? So decumulation is something that we talked about a lot today by Musni, by Josephine, myself. So what is it? In the simplest term, it's reducing balance or reducing your capital. That's the simplest way. But in this context, it means systematically drawing down your capital to increase your income payout, right? We want to combine both the investment-generated returns as well as drawing down your capital systematically, right? And there are a couple of benefits of having this in your retirement portfolios. Number one, it allows income stability because we combine generating returns as well as capital drawdown. So although capital drawdown seems bad, or you're taking your capital to pay out income, yes, it is a reducing amount, but we are doing it systematically, but the remaining assets is still working to generate those returns. So we want to ensure that this portfolio, this fund, is able to provide that 7% per annum consistently, sustainably when you retire or when you're taking a break. So this is what we aim to do. And with those combination as well, your savings can last longer. So this is key because we do not want a point where everybody save their money for 20, 30 years, and then when they retire, the money only lasts for 10 years. And what are you going to do after that? Because chances are, a lot of us, when we retire, we would not change our lifestyle. We want to at least maintain the last lifestyle that we had when we were working. So we need that money to last long because we won't change until we, right? So that's the financial freedom they want to offer. So with that, with a combination of generating returns, combination of decumulating your capital systematically, you have a bit of financial freedom. Basically, this would not work for everybody. We understand that. This particular fund and strategy targets a specific segment. Because under the Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution, it's supposed to work for every different life stages. Hence why we have our Global Growth I, our Global Moderate I, and this Conservative I targets a specific segment. You need to at least have saved some money already, because it needs capital. So chances are, the targets are the retirees or people who have saved for retirement, or you have saved for retirement but you want to take a break from work. Because we understand, we found out that people do not retire the same way anymore, right? Some people retire at 66, some people retire at 40, some people retire temporarily, right? People do not retire like how we did 20, 30 years ago. We decide when we want to retire, and we decide how we want to retire. So this particular fund, the Global Conservative-I Fund, targets that segment. But if you wish to accumulate, or you wish to build your wealth, we have other solutions for that. And the flexible retirement solution, the flexible is the key word. You can switch around. If you want to grow and build your wealth, you go to something a bit more risky under Growth I Fund. You want to generate returns while having a bit of annual income, you have our Moderate I Fund. And now, today, if you want to have higher income from the money that you have saved, but you want them to work for you as well, you have our Conservative I Fund. We have a complete solution for your retirement planning. We do not think that everybody should have one solution that fits all, but these three funds, at this point of time at least, we think could be flexible enough for you to switch in and out depending on the decisions you make when you want to retire, how you want to retire. And with Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution, we hope that we could solve the problem, or at least help and solve the problem of Malaysians and retirement, because for us, we want to supplement your retirement savings. We are flexible for all life stages, and we think that Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution would offer a retirement plan that is for you, because your future is your choice. I will end my presentation here. Thank you so much with a video. Thank you so much. And now together, physically and virtually, we want to officially launch the Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. So I would like to invite our chair, Dr. Hasnita, Josephine Lip from Schroders, Encik Muzni, as well as Ms. Eunice Chan, to officially launch Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. Okay, so it's very simple. We want to show everybody here that the puzzle is now complete. So with my countdown, 3, 2, 1, press the button and we will complete the puzzle. Ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. We have officially launched Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. And if you want to know more information about the fund and about Maybank Flexible Retirement Solution, please reach out to your relationship managers or personal financial advisors, or visit your nearest Maybank branch. Thank you so much. Before that, let's have a photo op. All right, thank you so much. Oh, okay, come.
1, 2.
All right, that's on among. All right, one more time. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the VIPs, for the photo op. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much for everyone who joined today. We have officially launched the Maybank Global Wealth Conservative-I Fund. So next, we will move on to the press conference. So for the time being, we will end the Zoom, basically, the virtual session today, as of now. And for the guests who are attending physically, we would like to invite you for lunch next door. There will be lunch will be served. But for Encik Muzni, Josephine, Ridwan and Reginald, please stay back. We have a session with the media. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, your future, your choice. Thank you.